Hi and welcome to my channel. So my name is Beth and I work as a seamstress and I make like knit, crochet, sewing content, all that good stuff like here on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, this video is just the start of another 2-week vlog. So if you caught the last one, then this is literally, I have just finished filming that. So I thought I'd quickly show you where I am with my projects, what I'm working on, just so yeah, you know where we're at. So currently I have today been crocheting on this scarf project. So I basically have ended up with loads of scrap yarn just from various things over the years. I did a huge clear out of my yarn stash like a couple of months ago, maybe like 1 or 2, and pretty much got rid of everything I knew that I for sure wasn't really going to use, like pretty much all my acrylic that isn't on cones, because I will use that with my knit machine. But yeah, pretty much a lot of my acrylic, odds and ends of things, like fibres that I didn't love. So my stash now is predominantly like natural fibres, like wools, cottons, that sort of thing. Obviously I feel like it's not too bad when you crochet because everything like lays flat pretty much, but obviously with knit, when you block things, you cannot wet block acrylic, so that all went. So the bits that I have left over of the odds and ends are actually things that I want to combine into projects, and maybe just write like some really simple patterns, just in case like anyone else doesn't know what to do with bits and bobs, because I know I'm really guilty of it. Like I predominantly make garments, so if something's not a jumper quantity, I'm like, what can I make with this? So I'm really trying to lean into the accessories. I would really love some matching sets of accessories for the autumn winter, hence this one. Obviously I haven't weaved my ends in, but I have got a load more squares. So this is, I can show you a full ball. This is the cotton blend from Hobby, no, not Hobby. This is the cotton blend from Hobbycraft, so it's so difficult to say. So I found a couple of, basically I found some granny squares in my stash in this yarn, and then just 2 full balls of the black and white. So I was like, okay, we can make a scarf. But since I have so much of the red left over from my cardigan, I'll try and put a photo on the screen. I was thinking we could just incorporate it, make it a bit more fun and get through some more yarn essentially. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make like a little mini series on like my TikTok, maybe on my Instagram reels. So this is just the start of that. So today I've pretty much finished off all the granny squares, and I've just obviously started seaming these together. So I'm basically alternating so that I use the same amount of yarn for like in the black and the white. So it'll be like this one has black on the outside, then white, and then it will just continue down. So this is where we're at. I think so far I've probably used about 2 balls each of the white and black, if you were wondering, but I honestly can't remember because I don't know how much I bought originally, so I don't know how much was in the original granny squares that I made. I have also been working on this new jumper design, which, bear with me because it looks so weird in this current state. Okay, so this has started off as a raglan. This is the Drops alpaca held double, so it's 2 strands, and this is in the dark pink colorway. I can't remember exactly what number it is, but this is like a normal jumper from the front. As you can see, we've got no back piece. So basically what I want to make is like split down the sides with like bows that you like tie up to like keep it together. So far I've obviously done all of the yoke, both of the sleeves, I've done the front, and I've cast it off under each arm because I'm going to have double knit borders on either side, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is such a trust the process thing, because like this, where I've done this bottom rib, obviously this significantly pulls in, so this is going to be one that we're going to rely on the blocking, like definitely. So if you don't see the vision for this at the minute, then fair play. But I'm praying to God that this is going to come together, because this idea has been like literally living in my head rent free for so long. Another thing I've been working on, which I don't know how to show you really. This is the jumper that I'm making my boyfriend for Christmas. So that one I'm knitting up in the Let Loopy yarn, or Let Lopy from Iztex, in just like the navy colour. That one again is a raglan 2x2 rib, my own design. These are all my own designs, I should say. So yeah, that one obviously I have been mid blocking because I wanted the rib to like open up so that I could actually get accurate measurements on him. But these are the 3 projects really that I'm currently working on. I am just about to, fingers crossed, finish up on my granny square jacket pattern. All I have left to do is the rib instructions and the yarn estimations, which the yarn estimations is the bit that's like killing me a little bit. But yeah, as per usual, this video will just be across 2 weeks, just following the making process of all of these garments. So I will check back in when there is any significant updates on any of these. So it's Tuesday after work, and I'm sorry if this lighting is like a bit arse. It just gets dark really early now, or not really early, but like by the time I've gotten home and stuff, the sun is going down. So these updates will probably be in this sort of lighting. We've got the ring light on, so fingers crossed. But anyway, made some progress on some of my whips. So this one's looking a bit ridiculous. Today I have been working a lot on this sock. I don't think I've shown it yet in this video. This is honestly, I think I started this like mid-August, like before I went to Denmark, took it with me, snapped my needle, it was a whole palaver. So yes, this is where it is. You can kind of see like where I'm doing magic loop, but I think it should block out. It looked worse when I was doing DP end. You can see like the ladder here, and then obviously as I've been doing this magic loop, it's just the ones on the side, but I think it should be fine. I think these will block. I do need to actually get some sock blockers, so yeah, not sure when I will be blocking these, but obviously I still need to knit the second one as well. This is actually the first pair of socks, or the first sock that I have ever knitted, so like you will see like there are some areas that are not fantastic, but I think it's a good first attempt. This is using the Summer Lee sock project book. So this is the heel flap and gusset construction. So yeah, you can kind of, I feel like this is so hard to show off when it's not on a foot. So yeah, obviously this is just the heel flap and then the short rows, and then obviously this is the gusset. So I think it's come along well. They actually fit my foot very well. I was worried that they were going to be too small. Like when I was further up doing the cuff, I kept trying them on and it was like, but now that I'm further down, they actually do go on my foot pretty well. So yeah, this is update number 1, but I probably won't work on this anymore tonight. Then I think you also saw me start this maybe in the last clip, I can't remember now. So I have basically joined all of my granny squares for this scarf. I guess I can actually put it on. Also, like, just don't mind the fact that I'm in my pajamas, okay? So this is what she's looking like. Obviously I do need to weave in all of my ends, so yeah, I don't know on this. I think I would like it for the yarn to be a bit thicker maybe, but then also like if you've got a jumper on that's already like a turtleneck sort of situation, you've got a jacket, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, the inside is looking pretty crazy, so I think it's just been like a good project to get rid of this yarn, to be fair. Like I have got leftovers, but I'm thinking of making some like matching gloves or mittens or something. I did actually have like 2 more squares that I made that I didn't actually attach because like this is really long. So like the general like rule of thumb when you make scarves is to make them at least how tall you are. And I did that, and I did a little bit more because I do like to like wrap like once and then once again. But yeah, I thought that adding the other two would have just been like too much. We have made good progress on this, but again, this is not what I'll be working on tonight. To the start of the show, I really don't know how to show this off, to be honest. So I can't remember where I was when I last updated on this jumper. I think I had only done the front maybe. So this is the front, and then as you can see, I've almost finished the back panel. I think I've done half of the rib. So tonight my main aim is to just finish this rib and cast it off, because it is done in Italian bind off, cast off, I don't know which is the technical name, but yeah, you can sort of see more now what I was saying. Let me see if I can, yeah. So this is like under the arm. So like this is the portion that I've like casted off, and then obviously just the front and the back, and then it's gonna have like double knit borders on either side, but I think that will become more apparent like as I keep going. But yeah, I really want to work on this some more. I'm really stumped on the estimations for the yarn quantities on my granny square jacket, but I would love to make progress on that if possible. So I'll update when we've done any of those things. So today's Wednesday. I don't think I've updated much this week. Honestly, I haven't made like loads of progress. Obviously I updated, no, I guess I have. I guess I updated you yesterday on the accessories and that. But like today, so I managed to finish off my pattern today, this morning, my granny square jacket one. So I need to basically proofread that and then get up a like testicle and stuff. So I'm feeling pretty accomplished now that's done, but obviously it's not like physical something to show. However, okay, let me try and show you the update on this. So obviously done the front, done the back, and then today, I can't remember what side it's on, it's the other side, I basically started doing the double knit borders. So basically this is what it's going to look like on each. So like there's going to be one here, so they're going to match at the top and then obviously open, and then obviously on the other side. But I just think it gives it like a really nice finish. It just isn't like just like a raw edge like flapping about. But double knit takes me so long. Like if you don't know how to double knit, basically every row that you do in double knit is one row in normal knit, because you knit one, slip one with the yarn in front, knit one, slip one, etc. So like where you slip on the front, you knit on the back, and vice versa. So it evens out that like every back and forth you do is only one row in height, if that makes sense. But yeah, it does take me a long time, and because this is on 3mm, this strip, it's just taking a long time and it's just hurting my hands, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I was working on this afternoon, but I did spend quite a lot this morning working on my pattern. I couldn't really show you anything because I was at work, but yeah, I am happy with how this is coming out. I feel like it does look a bit jarring as is, but I think once it gets these and once I block it, it will look way better, because at the minute this is quite comical like how much this cinches in. But also, so once I've done the other 3 strips that are attached, because like these just I think look really nice and seamless. Yeah, just not to try and toot my own horn or anything. Yeah, but then once all of these are done, I then also need to make the strips that are going to come out for the ties. However, so if you caught the last vlog, I was asking for opinions on my little things of stitch markers. I'll quickly show you in case you didn't see. So basically I started making stitch markers for myself, and I'm thinking about selling some because I have so many beads that I'm just like, I don't know what to do with. Also, like, don't mind this spot on my nose, but this is just what they look like, and then they just come in these little bags. So I'm just really in the mood to make some. I think my hands were a little bit achy from doing all that double knit earlier, so I have got out all of the stuff. I thought we could make some stitch markers together. I don't know definitely that I will sell them, obviously, if there's like, if people ask, but I just want to make some for me. So I do apologise about the state of my desk. This is from gel nail varnish, as you can see. So yeah, I've just literally been making some of these stitch markers. I'm really obsessed with these ones. They're just so tiny. So like, these are definitely like for smaller needle sizes, but they're just so cute. Like, I just thought, how cute would these be on like a pair of socks, like just while you're knitting? Yeah, I don't know, I just think that the little ones are just so cute. Let me see if I can show you on an actual needle. So this is a 4mm needle, if I can actually get this on it. So yeah, this is just what it looks like. So yeah, you wouldn't really be able to go up to much more than, I would say, like a 4.5 with these ones, but the intention is, because the beads are so small, is obviously you would use them with like a smaller needle anyway. So yeah, like in comparison, this is the biggest hoop that I have got. This isn't actually the smallest hoop, but obviously the smaller you go, like, it does get pretty restrictive. This will just lay flat. So yeah, you can see the difference. So obviously this would be more for chunky needles, and you know, obviously the beads are bigger. You wouldn't want like this sort of thing on a sock, I don't think, while you're knitting. Maybe, but personally I wouldn't. But yeah, I've just been experimenting with different like beads and stuff. Like, I have so many different ones. But yeah, you can see it's like these are both sets of 8, but obviously you can see the difference. Like, these kind of like more medium sized ones, which I think are really cute. It's all silver rings as well. Oh my god, look, I'm like, I need to close this pot of beads. These ones, I haven't made any more of these tonight, but I do think these are really pretty. So these are on the biggest rings as well. These ones take the longest to make because, I don't know if you can see, but like the leaves and the flowers are all individual, and then there's another little bead in there, and then they're all on separate like tiny little, yeah, you can kind of see they're all on tiny little separate rings in there as well. But I think these are just so pretty, like they're just so cute. But yeah, I've only made the 4 of them so far, but I have got a lot more. I mean, this isn't even all of them, of these, but yeah, these are a bit bigger than I thought they were going to be when I ordered them, so that's why I put them on the bigger rings. I just don't think you'd want them on something really small. Same with like these luckily aren't too heavy, like they are quite big, but I think, say again, on something chunkier, I don't think it would be too much of a problem. I feel like they do look a little bit big, but I think they would be okay, like especially, yeah, on like a garment or something. I don't know, just having a bit of fun with it, really. Okay, so you do obviously have to bear in mind that this is not blocked, but I wanted to sort of show what it looked like on, because I don't think it makes much sense me holding it up. So this is where I'm at with my jumper. Obviously these are like really drastically coming in. I'm gonna obviously block these kind of wider. I'm hoping like overall it is gonna get bigger everywhere. I do have a t-shirt on, so that's why this is all frumpy, but this is the side that I've done two of, like both of the double knitted bands for the opening, and then yeah, it's gonna have like long ties, and then these are gonna shut with like a bow, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is gonna look so much better like once it is actually blocked, and once I'm actually wearing it with like not a t-shirt underneath. But I think it's cute. I feel like this is either going to come out so well or so fugly, and like no in between, but I think it should be okay. I think what's throwing me off is that these sleeves are quite tight, like quite tighter than I would normally knit them, but obviously I am anticipating, because this is alpaca, it does normally grow quite a bit, so I'm hoping these are going to get wider. I say that like I'm at the blocking stage yet. I think what I'm going to do, so I've picked up stitches here, and I just need to obviously knit them bits of, what's it called, double knit, so that it matches like this side, and then I'm gonna block it, and then while it's blocking I'm gonna knit the straps, because they're like, I need to knit 4 and then they're gonna be sewn on, so like I don't really think it needs to all be blocked in one go. I think in fact it'll probably be easier, because then if I want to block them straps, I'll just block them as like individual strips instead of like having them tied weirdly. I don't want them to like dry weird. So yeah, this is where I am at with this. I'm hoping, today is Thursday, I'm hoping to get this done by the weekend, so that I can start blocking it and start my next project, because I have to go to Manchester for work for like 3 days next week, and I need something to take on the train. It's like nearly 4 hours each way for me, so I want to have, if I take this I know that I'll finish it and then I'll have nothing to do, so I want to finish this one and start the next one. It's basically like the same problem I had with the cardigan I was knitting before I went to Denmark, so I don't think it should take me too long to get these done. Honestly, I probably could have done these quicker, but I was just faffing about today if I'm being honest. So yeah, this is how it's looking. I do really like the colour as well actually. I haven't really got anything like even non-knitted clothes in my wardrobe that are this kind of colour, so yeah, it's just obviously got like the German short row shaping at the top, and yeah, that's another thing as well, like this sits quite like, you know, but I'm hoping obviously that this will all kind of relax and flatten out a bit when I block it. I wanted to update now before I completely lose the light, so yeah, I'm just gonna be working on this tonight, maybe making some more stitch markers. I'm literally so obsessed with like how tiny these ones are. I just think they'll be so cute on like little socks or something. I really don't think I'm going to be able to show you these beads up close, but I will try, because like some of them have like little flowers and some of them have like little hearts. Oh, you definitely won't be able to see that one because it's clear. But yeah, they're all like sorted like colours and designs. Okay, can you, oh, you can kind of see this one's like black with like a little heart. They're so cute, like they're so tiny. So yeah, I've been enjoying myself making these. So it's currently Friday, I think it's around like midday. So obviously today I'm off of work. I'm currently editing the last vlog that would have gone up before this one, and I'm happy to say I'm on my last double knit border. So I've done this much of it, so not a lot, but yeah, this is the last one, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block this and then while it's blocking I'm gonna knit the straps separately just so that I can get this on the blocking mats ASAP. I'm hoping to finish this bit today, and then yeah, we can get that blocking. And then I do want to start some swatches for my next piece because obviously Monday I've got to travel to Manchester, so I need something to take with me. But this morning, so obviously I work as a seamstress. I predominantly do like alterations, repairs, that kind of thing, but I do sometimes take on just like personal work, I guess, or like work outside of work. So this morning I was just going to see about some of that. So I'm gonna be like remaking some like seat cushion covers for someone. So like there's like 2 chairs, like 2 seats, 2 backs with some like old curtains and stuff. So I won't be doing that for maybe like 2 weeks because I need to order some like piping cord and some zips, and obviously I'm away. So yeah, that is what I have been doing this morning. But I just honestly want this to be done now. Like obviously doing, well, this is in 4mm anyway, so it's a bit longer, and then obviously because I knit the back and front flat, that's even longer, and then because I've got to do all the double knit, it's just like I'm itching now to get onto my next project. I'm trying to decide which one to pick. There's like 3 that I am, I guess 4 or 5 actually, that I'm pretty torn between starting. I'm just trying to think which one's going to be easiest to travel with, because obviously I make all of my own patterns, so it's not just a case of like casting something on and then just following like a pattern on the train. Like I do have to try things on pretty frequently and like check that things are working out. So yeah, we will see how that goes. But yeah, I'm just literally trying to get through this double knit. Hopefully I can finish in the next couple of hours and then start blocking this. And then yeah, obviously I'm off tomorrow Sunday, so fingers crossed we can have quite a productive weekend. Maybe even start pattern cutting like a template pattern, I guess, for some of the bags and stuff that I want to make to sell. I don't know if I've really spoken about it, but I have a lot of fabric, like a lot of fabric, and I would like to make some project bags to sell along with the stitch markers. I'm basically trying to get like little bit of like a backlog of like things to sell so that I can set up a website. And I also need to get my testicle out either today or tomorrow for my granny jacket. So by the time this goes up, fingers crossed, that will be done. It will be in testing. I'm just a little bit worried about getting enough people for all the sizes, which I think is always the case, is like finding people at like either the very small end or like the larger end, that it's just difficult. So yeah, fingers crossed next time I update we can have some good progress done on all of these things that are floating around in my brain at the minute. Needless to say, I have just finished the last strip of the double knitting, so I thought I'd quickly show it before I block it, because this jumper, she's looking a little bit crazy right now. So I haven't, the only ends I haven't weaved in are my sleeves, just in case I need to fiddle with the length of them, but honestly I probably won't, but it's just in case. So this is how ridiculous we are currently looking. So obviously each of these has both of the double knit borders just under the arms, and then yeah, this is what we're dealing with. So obviously this 1x1 rib section is really cinching in, like she's the same at the back. So yeah, it goes without saying, when I block this is gonna be like pinned down flat either side so that they don't do this anymore. And also like don't know if you can see, like the double knit sort of like, I don't know, messes with the straight edge. So I also am just gonna make sure to stretch the body a little bit, which I knew I was going to anyway. And then with the sleeves, I'm also gonna stretch them widthways, just more so on the bottom sections. And maybe like a tiny bit in length. Like these are already like full length sleeves, but kind of want them to come down over my hands a little bit. I want the rib to open up a little bit and just kind of sit like, I don't know, a bit more, not so fitted, like a little bit more oversized at the cuffs, but because this is alpaca, like it definitely will stretch a bit anyway. So here is my jumper in her ridiculous state, and then obviously I need to knit the 4 straps that are going to be attached. I was originally thinking of putting them like in the middle of these. God, this is not flattering from the side. I was originally thinking of putting them in the middle, but I'm thinking maybe I might put them like towards the top, like here. I don't know. We shall see what I feel like when this is blocked. So since I'm now in need of my blocking mats, this guy is gonna come off. So I don't think I've shown this in this, sorry, I'm trying to fiddle with this case. I don't think I've shown this yet in this video, but this is the one that I started in the last video. So this is gonna be my boyfriend's Christmas jumper, but I have mid-blocked it just to try and get more of an accurate measurement, because obviously this is all 2x2 rib. I find that it really obviously grows when you block it. This is in the Let Loopy yarn, and yeah, I think I'm seeing him later, so I need to get him to try this on anyway, but obviously I need my blocking mats back. This has probably been blocking for like, I think I've left this here for like a week, honestly. So yeah, this is coming off, and obviously I put this on a bit of what is this, spare, like just scrap yarn, so I need to put this back on the actual needles. So now that this is off the mats, I just wanted to show how well this has held the rib. Like it literally has completely held where I've blocked it to, so love that. I was also worried it was going to be too holy, but I think, I mean, you can still see it, but I think when it's like against the skin, I think it's going to be completely fine. So yeah, this is looking a bit weird, but I'm happy with it so far. Okay, so I wanted to show you a quick comparison. So basically, my mum 2 years ago wanted a jumper for Christmas, and I knit her a piece. She wanted cables, she wanted it kind of like, not negative ease, but like definitely tighter fitting than what I would personally wear. So, well, let me show you. So this is a jumper that I gave her, which I feel like this looks a lot worse off than it does on. Because this is an acrylic, I couldn't wet block it. I don't love this neckline, but she didn't want a big neck, and basically she's given it back to me because she wants me to put elastic in the cuffs, because the cuffs don't cinch because of the rib, because of the cables. So yeah, I'm gonna put elastic in here for her just so that they're a bit tighter, because she wears this when it's really cold. Because I want to say this was like DK weight acrylic held double, but I honestly can't even remember now. But yeah, this is what I made her. This is where my skills used to be. And then in comparison, this is the most recent cabled piece that I designed for myself. So I'll show you the back. This is what it looks like. I feel like I have learned a lot about cables, like through trial and error. Like personally, I don't place cables right on the outer part of my arm anymore. I did that with this, and I don't know if you could see, even if you could block this, you couldn't really block these cables very well because of where they're placed. Like they kind of just look a bit weird. So that's why this piece has the different panels, and just yeah, just literally like so many things that I would do differently to re-knit that. Like that is knit bottom up. Like I didn't change needle sizes, I think, for any of the ribbing. So yeah, If you ever feel like, you know, you see all these people online and they're making all these beautiful knitwear pieces and, you know, they're just fab, just remember that, like, we all started somewhere. And this was not even the beginning of my knitting. Like, even like these shoulders are seamed. Like, I just would not do this like this now. But obviously I started with a crochet like 5 years ago, and then I think I really properly started knitting maybe like 3 years ago. But yeah, this is why I think a lot of people, myself included, don't really knit in acrylic, because you cannot get the finish that you would like in natural fibres. Like, even if you just look at how like flat these all lay, like, it, you know, whereas this is still really like cinching, I don't know. But yeah, if you ever worry about your knits, they will improve. And also, we all start at the very bottom. It's Saturday afternoon and I'm feeling a little bit rough because we were out till 3 last night drinking, but obviously my jumper is currently blocking, so I've been doing some gauge swatches for some projects that I want to work on soon. So now I could just show you what I've been swatching. So the first one is the Petite Wool by We Are Knitters. They sent me this yarn, I can't even remember, like last year or even maybe the year before. I don't have to speak about it or anything, they just sent it to me for free, and it's been sat in stash for quite a while. I've been kind of craving to do something with like chunkier needles, because obviously the last project I did was 4mm. That's 4mm, which is my boyfriend's jumper. Obviously the socks I'm working on are really small, so I'm kind of just craving something like bigger, quicker. And yeah, I really love the colorway of this yarn. So this is the Colorado colorway. Obviously when this is knit up, these sections of color won't be so close together, obviously because this is just knitting back and forth in a swatch, but this is just what it's looking like. I think it's looking really nice, and it actually kind of matches my nails, so we love that. And then also so I'm re-knitting the jumper that I designed for hobby last year. I'll try and put a photo up on the screen. So I knit that in the extra fine merino, but it's a super wash and it grew, so I'm gonna re-knit it in their wool. So this is just a little swatch. I did actually go down a needle size, but I'm gonna wash and block this to see how it reacts, because I'm worried it's a little bit gappy, but I really don't want to go down to a 3.5. So that's what this one's looking like. And then also the Drops Alpaca Silk, I want to do like a kind of like lace cardigan. So this is the stitch that I have done a swatch of. Obviously again I need to wash and block this. I feel like this actually looks really clear on camera, which is good, because I feel like when I'm looking at it close up, like, because it's so fluffy, it does, like, yeah, you can see there, like, you can't see it as much as like if it's back here. But this is just what this is looking like. This is so soft and so nice. So yeah, these are the 3 altogether that I've swatched, which I've actually just been really enjoying, just sitting here swatching, like not actually using my brain, so that's fun. I also am going to unravel this, which I started, God knows, like maybe 3 years ago now, because you can't see it. It's cables and you can't see it. So this is 1 strand of Drops Flora and 1 strand of this random cone that I have. So this is actually like a really fine boucle, if you can see that. And yeah, this is just like a bit see-through, you can't see like the stitch pattern, so I'm gonna frog it and reuse the yarn. Obviously this is just the yoke, and then I'm also gonna hold it with a strand of this other random cone which I found in my stash, which says in here, probably backwards, but it's a casual, and I've just done a burn test and seems to be natural. The only thing that I am a bit worried about is that like you can see up here it's been split in different places. Both of these cones were just given to me for free, and I don't know actually what fibre this is. It does not say, but I think it's quite a good colour match overall, and it will just bulk up the flora a little bit. So yeah, I'm just swatching. I'm thinking when I go to Manchester I'm gonna take this project, but I wanted to wash and block the swatch in case it had any unexpected growths or anything like that. So yeah, I'll update when I actually start a project. I'm not even joking, I am 23, nearly 24 years of age. It's a Saturday night, I've got all the lamps on, I've got a candle on, I'm gonna watch the Bratz film, and I'm gonna knit on my sock, and this little lamp's on as well. I am living my best life. So it's Sunday and I have a few updates, not loads. So obviously yesterday I was swatching, they're all basically still wet on the blocking mat, so that is absolutely no help to me right now. But I basically have just decided to work on like little things that just need doing. So firstly, I finished my sock. So this is following the basic sock heel flap and gusset in the sock project book by Summerlee. So yeah, this has been on the needles for a little while because I've just been working on this sort of here and there, like not really loads, but thinking that I might take this with me or the other one on the train. So I wanted to get this one fully finished before I left so that I can reference this basically as I'm making the next one. Obviously this is without blocking, so it's kind of weird, like it does sit like this at the minute because obviously this is sort of like how you split like your stitches. So I have ordered some sock blockers, hopefully they'll be here when I come back so that I can obviously block this, but I do need a full pair to be able to make them. But I'm so chuffed with this, like the fit of this is so good. I was really worried that it was going to be too small, but actually fit me perfectly. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. And then this one, which is nowhere near as interesting or fun but needs doing, I'm currently just knitting the straps for my jumper that's blocking at the minute. So like these are basically what are going to tie into the bows on either side. So I do need a bit more length and I have to knit 4 of these. I'm just doing them double knit, so it's pretty mindless knit, but I think like these things might be what I take with me just because they're so small and like easy to kind of take out like on the train, and then at least if they're done when I can come back then I can actually finish the jumper, because I'm gonna want to like wash these and just block them just to like, I don't know if you can see, just like even out maybe like some of the edges and stuff, and so that it like looks the same as the jumper, because I worry that if I don't block these they're gonna look weird when they're sewn onto like an actual blocked jumper. So yeah, really thrilling projects at the minute. I do also need to make some more progress on my boyfriend's jumper, but we shall see if I actually do that. Yeah, haven't got too much planned, obviously need to pack and that, so I'll update like with anything obviously, but this is not very exciting. I need to knit this longer and I need to make 4 of them. So we have changed into the hoodie. I literally love this thing, but that is not important. Basically, I have sat and hair dried my gauge swatches that I did yesterday. I thought I'd quickly show you because I don't think I'm actually going to take any of these projects with me to Manchester. I think I'm only going to take some little things. I'm going to be making some gloves for, well, I'm making 3 pairs of gloves as Christmas presents. I say gloves, fingerless gloves. I'm not knitting fingers, but since they're only little, I think I might take them just so I can get started on them. But yeah, I thought I would quickly update on the swatches. So I don't feel like this one changed too much. I do need to get final measurements from these, so it might be wrong, but I really love the colour of this. I don't really typically own anything particularly pastel, like kind of coloured, but yeah, this is obviously the little lace design, so this is going to be kind of like all over. I'm going to say I'm excited about this one, as if I'm not excited about every single one of these. So yeah, she is so soft. This is the Drops Alpaca Silk. I'm sure that I said that in the last clip of this, but this is so nice. Like, if you don't like mohair, get this. It is thicker than mohair, so you can't use it as a replacement. You'd probably have to, if a pattern called for like a mohair and then like a certain weight of yarn for the main one, you'd probably have to size down in the main yarn, because this, well, this is a recommended 5mm needle. Obviously a lace weight is, well, a mohair's a lace weight, this is not. So, but yeah, I like how this is coming out. I feel like this worked up quite quickly as well. And I feel like where you can see all the stitches, like, I don't know, I feel like it almost adds to the design a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a cardigan. So I think this is actually going to be the next thing that I do cast on for myself, just because I want something chunky. But yeah, this is the We Are Knitters. So obviously the stockinette doesn't really transform much, but it's just kind of flatter, and I just wanted to see if it was gonna grow more than anything. But that's that one. This one, which I thought definitely transformed the most, so this is the Hobby the Friends wool. So this is just what it looks like. I feel like you can't really see it if I hold it back here, but I'm sure you get the gist. Like, it's really like leveled out nicely. I was and I am a little bit worried that maybe this is a little bit see-through, but honestly I think it's just because of the colour. This is on a 4mm. This is recommended between a 4 and a 4.5. There ain't no way I'm going down to a 3.5, and I don't want to hold this with a mohair, so she is going to have to do. But I feel like the eyelets are very defined in this yarn, which, I mean, is always nice. And yeah, like, you can see like where the cable is, how it would look if it was just a plain sort of stockinette piece, because I do have more of this yarn for another piece, not in this colour, but in many different colours. But yeah, we love. And then this one, I don't think I actually showed this one. So basically I haven't unravelled the top of that other jumper because it's like unravelling mohair, but arguably worse. The boucle is really difficult. So I basically snapped the yarn, and then I've got like loads more balls of the flora, so I'm going to just work from the balls, and then if I need more, then I'll start trying to salvage some of the other bits at the end. But considering the flora is like 200 odd meters, so I'm holding, this is one strand of the Drops flora, one strand of the, let me show you here. Okay, so the thick strand is the flora, the thin strand in the middle is that cash wool unknown yarn, but I did a burn test and it's not synthetic. And then obviously the really fine boucle in the middle there. So yeah, did a burn test on the boucle and on the one that said cash wool, and neither of them like melted. Like, they both actually burn. And like, if you want to learn how to do a burn test, I just googled it. But as you can see, like, there's really like low stitch definition because of the boucle. But even though these strands are like ever so slightly different in colour, there's not really any like marling, which is quite nice. But like, it's way denser than just with the flora and the boucle, which you wouldn't think it just from that one like little strand, but if it does the job, I ain't complaining. So yeah, this is the one that I was thinking of using for a v-neck, but I'm kind of like torn now, because I keep seeing, if you know what like a Henley jumper is, right? So you basically have like a little placket, like a little button band placket thing, and I kind of really like the idea of doing one of them, maybe with like a collar, because obviously, so my I have actually put out the pattern test for my granny square jacket currently. It will already have been done by the time this video goes up, but I love the collars on those. So I'm kind of like, oh, do I do a little collar, little button stand sort of deal with this? But I don't know, because I do think it would look really nice as a v-neck, but I only own one v-neck jumper and I don't know why. I don't reach for v-necks as much, but then that is also kind of why I wanted to make one, because my problem is like, normally the fit of v-necks is really weird. Like either the v-neck is too small, like it's like this, and I don't like it right up here, or it's just like way too low. So I don't know, but this is really surprisingly soft. Like the Drops Flora, don't get me wrong, it's not like not soft, but I was surprised by how much softer these other yarns have actually made the swatch altogether. So yeah, these projects are what I am thinking of for the next few things that I make. Obviously I have got loads of the yarn from Denmark, but because I've had these yarns for longer, I feel like I have very much settled on the ideas and I know what I'm going to do with them. Whereas I don't want to start using the Denmark yarn for the sake of it and then not being happy with like the results. So I'm just going with whatever is inspiring me. Also, obviously, because this one is a remake of the Hobby Japandi, I will need to write a pattern. However, I don't really want to release an all over cables as my very first knit pattern. Obviously I've written crochet patterns before, but like knit is just different, and so I would like to ideally maybe get a stockinette piece into testing first, but I need to pick what piece to do. Obviously I've got quite a few now. I've got the green jumper, the pink jumper, the like teal cardigan. I mean, more than that, but just off the top of my head, the only one I probably won't, because there's things that I would change about that pattern. I wouldn't be happy putting it into testing necessarily. Like I just think that it fits me fine, but I worry like things like the neckline's quite high and quite tight, and I just don't think that would be comfortable on everyone. But that's like so not the point. But I'm thinking maybe of doing the raglan cardigan, the teal one, because I have had people ask me about that. So I don't know, if you have any preference, like literally just whatever's on my Instagram basically. I don't think there's a single knitted piece on there that I followed a pattern for that's not the penny gloves. So if you see anything you like, then just ask, because I want to make what there is demand for pattern wise, because otherwise kind of feel like it's a little bit pointless. But yeah, these are my swatches. I'm literally waiting for my taxi to take me to the train station, but I'm pretty sure this is my Nora yarn, so I thought we could open it quickly before I go. I actually like can't believe that I'm actually holding this in my hands. Like, oh my god, you cannot really get your hands on this in the UK. I've been trying for like a year, maybe a year and a half, but oh my god, she is so beautiful. So this is the Nora Madara in Sake. So this one is 60% wool, 30% silk and 10% alpaca, but you can just see like all of the colours just running through it. So each of these is 200 meters. I think I got 7 because I am assuming I'm gonna have leftover, like maybe even a whole hank, but I thought better to have too much than too little because you can't get hold of it. And also I'll just make some matching accessories, but I can't believe this come literally just as I'm about to leave. A bit devastating, but at least it's here. I am so in love. I can't wait to come home in 3 days and fully appreciate this in all of her beauty. Also, I've low-key come up with like a fucking huge spot, so let's just not mention it. The lighting in here is horrific because I'm in a hotel for work, but I basically started this on the train yesterday. I had like a 4-hour train and I've literally just casted off the top of this glove, so it's still the morning, it's still quite early before my day starts. But yeah, this is a penny glove by Petite Knit. Obviously I haven't done the thumb. I think I'm literally just gonna knit up the other one, then do the thumbs when I get home, because I'll probably do these little bits on DPNs. But I literally cannot even say how much I prefer making small circumferences, socks, gloves, etc. on metal circular needles with magic loop compared to wooden DPNs, because I just don't feel like I'm going to snap them all the time, and I feel like my tension is so much better. I don't get like ladders really, even like, I don't really think I can show you, but like even up the sides where they join, like I think I definitely got a lot more ladders with DPNs. So yeah, I have made these exact gloves before in this exact colour, so not overly exciting. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real. My room is such a tip. It's Friday morning. I've been up for like 2 hours, but I've just been sat in bed knitting, but I haven't updated anything in a few days because obviously I was away for work and the lighting in the hotel room was just like awful and I just didn't get a chance. So I need to get up and clean ASAP, like have some breakfast, all that stuff, and then I'll be able to actually update you on some of my whips. I feel like I've got quite a lot I need to do today. I need to also close my testicle and email testers for the granny square jacket because that's been up for like a week, and yeah, I've had people apply for all the sizes, which is what I was actually really worried about, that I wouldn't get enough for specific sizes. So yeah, that's a must. And I need to film my September podcast, which I'm so sorry that this is so shaky. I'm just holding you. So yeah, a lot to do, so I really need to like get up off of my ass and get out of bed. But I'm really enjoying this new whip I've been working on, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. I've just filmed my September podcast, so that one would have been up before this one, so if you saw that, this may be a bit repetitive, but this is how this jumper came out blocked. I took it off the mats when I got back from Manchester. So yeah, I think it flattened out really nice. Obviously this bit especially was kind of what I was worried about, but obviously this isn't completely finished because these ties are going to go on like either side. So yeah, she's not completely finished, but this is just what she looks like. I thought I'd quickly show you for like completeness sake. I did try and stretch these a little bit, but honestly they didn't get like loads bigger, but I honestly think that they look fine, and I can kind of pull them down like quite far on my hands, which I like. Yeah, this is what the neckline looks like when it sits like a bit lower down. God, I say like so much. But yeah, this is what it looks, how it looks when it is lower. Yeah, I like this. This is good. And I casted on a new project, which you haven't actually, I don't know how much I've updated you on. So obviously it's kind of hard to update while I was in Manchester, but I basically almost knit a whole pair of penny gloves by Petite Knit. They just need thumbs. Not too much to say. This is the Fila Kalana Alva. And then I've casted on using my We Are Knitters, the Petite Wool. This is in the colourway Colorado. So I literally casted this on 2 evenings ago, but yesterday was my stepdad's birthday, so we're having dinner, so it just got pretty late by the time I could update. But I wanted to experiment with this one with German short row placements. So yeah, this one has got short rows in it to basically angle, let's see if I can hold it, like basically to angle these bits downwards. But I feel like this is quite different to things that I've done before, because it's not really going to be a drop shoulder, because these shoulder portions are so narrow, so they're more going to be like set in sleeves. I'm going to have to do short rows on the sleeves as well. Let's see if I can put this on. Okay, this literally looks insane. I feel like I look like a fisherman. Slay. But yeah, this has quite a low front neck, but I think that's fine because I'm gonna have quite a chunky, again, quite a chunky neck on this one. So I've obviously casted on stitches under the arms. I've connected in the round, so I'm just gonna keep going on the body basically. And like, this is the second ball. Like, this is pretty much all one ball of yarn, so I feel like this goes pretty far. I'm not sure exactly what the meterage is on these. The recommended needle is an 8. I'm using a 7 just because I preferred it. No other explanation needed. So yeah, this is now my current whip. This will probably be what I'm working on for the next 2 days. This vlog will cover. I do really need to knit them thumbs as well, but they're just so little it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I think it's looking cute. This is going to be a super quick update because I don't have a lot of time, but I am currently on the body ribbing for this. I'm gonna have like a really like quite long portion of rib on the bottom of the body. It's gonna have a double knit button band, and then again a quite chunky like collar rib. I'm obviously doing 2x2. This is what it looks like. This is knitting up like so quickly, just because it's so chunky, like compared to working on the 4s, the 4mm, this is 7mm, which is nice. Also, I ordered myself a yarn advent calendar. So I got the one from Onling, who I have been sent yarn from them before, but I completely bought this with my own money. So you basically get like 4 projects, like to open like the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas. So you get like a hat, mittens, scarf and some socks, and they send you like all the yarn, and it's like cheaper than if you were to just like buy the yarn. And you basically get to like pick the colors, but you don't pick, like the project is like a surprise, like a normal advent calendar. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Even though I'm meant to be on a yarn ban, I feel like that's like a little bit of a different one. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, but obviously I will share that as it comes. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress that I'm making on this. It's been really enjoyable to work on, and just making it so quickly as well. Okay, so it's Sunday night. I'm gonna end the video in a second, but I have just made my Halloween nails. So this is how they look. I don't know how to show you my thumbs. It's got like a moon on this side, and then like this weird like blooming gel, and then I should probably show you this way. Like, yeah, all these little things. So yeah, this is obviously my Halloween set, so this is pretty much what I have been doing today. I also have my boyfriend try on this jumper, and I think basically what I'm gonna do is rip back like basically just this bit, because so where the bottom of this piece is now is where the actual armpit needs to be. So basically I need to rip this all out, well just this bit, keep knitting basically for this many rows on the yoke, and then split again. So yeah, that I wanted him to try it on because that's what I was worried about anyway, so at least I know now not to keep going on the body. Then in terms of my piece, I can't remember what I updated on yesterday, but I haven't made any progress on this today. I'm still just on the bottom hem, so yeah, I don't know which piece I'm going to work on this evening, But if you made it to the end, then thank you so much for watching. As always, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok and everything at Fashion by Beth, and my pattern has officially gone into testing literally as of last night, so I'm so excited. Obviously there'll be updates coming about that. It's the granny square jacket. It should be out at the beginning of December. So yeah, thank you so much for all the support on that, and I will catch you in the next one.